President Trump just started an avoidable trade war. He slapped new tariffs on imports for most of the world. These tariffs are huge, impacting billions of people. World War III might be an economic trade war rather than technological one. China, Vietnam, Cambodia, and the rest of Southeast Asia is in Trump's crosshairs. China faces a whopping 54% tariff on goods coming into the U.S. Vietnam produces electronics, footwear like Nike, and furniture, with a new tariff of 46%. Americans will be reeling with sticker shock. Taiwan, a big player in computer chips, got slapped with a 32% tariff. Trump's message is clear. America has no idea how economics works. These tariffs are more than a big deal. They escalate the trade war with China. Trump says it's to protect American jobs and businesses. But critics say it will hurt American consumers and businesses. Get ready for higher prices on everything from phones to clothes. This is a catalyst to a global recession. Will it force China to make concessions or cash in on the American debt? It looks like World War III might be a trade war. China didn't take Trump's tariffs lying down. They hit back hard. China imposed a 34% tariff on all U.S. imports. Not only that, China is partnering with Europe. Canada and Mexico are partnering with China. American tariffs just made everyone else stronger. They can hurt the U.S. with specific tariffs and blacklist. China blacklisted 11 U.S. companies, labeling them unreliable entities. Another 16 U.S. companies were hit with export controls. And to add insult to injury, China launched an investigation into U.S. medical equipment. They also tightened controls on rare earth minerals crucial for tech. China's message is loud and clear. Two can play this game. They're not backing down. Not to mention the fact that China owns over $700 billion in U.S. bonds. That's right. The U.S. pays over $30 billion in interest to China every year. Basically, the U.S. funds 10% of the Chinese military. The American First rhetoric is propaganda to hide the real agenda of the Trump administration. The stock market freaked out. Tech companies got hammered. Apple lost a staggering $300 billion in value. Amazon shed nearly $190 billion. Nvidia took a $210 billion hit. Ouch. It wasn't just tech. Nike's value plummeted by $13 billion. Other big brands like Gap, Levi's, and Under Armour saw their share prices tank. Boeing, a major exporter, lost over 10% of its value. This is getting ugly. Even financial giants like American Express and Goldman Sachs felt the heat. Investors are worried about consumer spending and a possible recession. U.S. stock futures and European markets tumbled after Trump's ill-informed tariffs. And all this happened after the first day of global tariffs. That's right, day one. This trade war is spooking investors worldwide. The message is clear: this trade war is bad for everyone, except Russia, Iran, North Korea, Cuba, and Belarus. It looks like the Manchurian candidates are named Trump and Vance. For my younger Hoodie family, it's like Bucky turning into the Winter Soldier, an evil secret agenda underneath the surface. Everyone is worried. These tariffs increase the risk of more than a recession in the U.S. This could be the start of a global depression. Other countries are fighting back and teaming up to mitigate risks to their people. The Economist intelligence unit thinks China's tough response is a negotiating tactic. They believe China might offer concessions. China's restrictions on rare earth minerals are a big deal. These minerals are essential for making everything from smartphones to electric cars. This could disrupt global supply chains and drive up prices. It could solidify China as the global leader in electronics and electric vehicles. Since BYD is now the global leader in EVs, maybe it's time to move beyond Elon and Tesla. We know California is making moves to protect its standing in the world. The GDP of California alone is ranked 5th in the world. Without California, the U.S. would rank 2nd in GDP, behind China. The federal taxes California collects helps other states like Kentucky, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Without the excess taxes collected from California, several U.S. states would struggle even more. Let's be clear, a recession will reduce the amount of taxes collected by the federal government. This trade war has dire consequences, especially for Americans. Let's hope cooler heads prevail before it's too late. After all, many Americans are just getting back on their feet from COVID financial struggles. Okay, Hoodie family, stay up to date with the latest impactful news right here with Hoodie News.